Hey, hello, welcome to Outfit Wars. Oh, did I update that? Okay, good. It does say Connery week 3. We're so back.
We
I'm
are
going to.
so back.
We're so back. Is my mic on? Last time when I was casting with Gan, I didn't have my mic on for like a minute, so it's just Gan occasionally going like, yeah, yeah, and it was like, I did it in reverse. It feels bad.
Oh no.
Unlucky. But yeah, we've got some new festive holiday lights up on the casting desk. Uh,
Wonderful. We're in
They're
the
not
Christmas spirit.
LEDs, so it brings a little bit of warmth, you know. It's
A
nice while
little.
it's cold out here on Nexus.
ESB doesn't pay for heating bills here, so we had to buy these lights to keep
Yeah,
us warm here.
the
You
budget
know.
of nothing is very stringent.
Yeah, when we get the check in the mail, it just says $0 on it, and there's like a little middle finger.
Yeah, unlucky.
Yeah, we had to steal these lights from the cast next door. Don't tell the CS:GO guys that, but this
Well,
this this is
CS:GO's
theirs.
dead. We stole it from the Quake Champions
No, you're
League
right. Yeah.
because they don't need them anymore because they don't have a professional scene anymore. That's for Gan. That's a Gan joke.
It's a GAN joke?
That's a
That's okay.
Gan joke. Hey, so we're watching Alpha Wars. This is gonna be Recursion versus SLNM. Is that the right numbers or the right letters? SLNM?
I believe so.
I think it's SLNM.
I believe, yeah, their outfit name is Mother Killer. I don't
Hmm.
know where the SLM and N come from, but I
Well,
believe they are like in Asia, SEA, China kind of outfit area. So
kind
maybe
of some
there's like,
Briggs. I thought there
yeah,
was like
there's
a
some sort of.
Briggs refugee squad
I
with like
I
quiet
don't.
eclipse.
Are there Briggs guys in there? Because I know most of the Briggs guys went to different
Yeah.
groups.
Well, I saw Ness and quiet eclipse. I don't think they're in
Okay,
SLNM, but they're like
adjacent.
playing. Yeah.
Okay,
All right. Let's go ahead and get in game real quick. Cast screen. Boom.
hell yeah.
I already see an anvil is dropped here for recursion. Something to note too is the recursion has three less players. Big deal.
Yeah, no, big deal. Looking at these stats just across the board, I mean, hold on, let me double check. I mean, the average KD ratio of SLNM is 2.1. Like that is not insignificant.
Oh, that's a
While I,
lot of armor for SLNM.
while I definitely think
I'm looking at
Recursion is
openers real
going to
quick.
take this one.
Oh yeah, recursion. Like I would be surprised if that's yeah. So
Yeah,
this is what you expect is a fuck ton of ESFs.
yep, from both sides here. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, quick, we need to go talk about your little spot that you found.
Yeah, so over here at Bitter Gorge, I've been staring at this weird
Do we want a
raised
V5 to make sure we're in the same place?
V5, V5. This weird raised rock platform. I'm not sure what you
Oh,
can do this with this. Maybe place a sky shield down, give it a place for your aircraft to repair, or something. I don't know. All I know is that it was probably put there by a dev, hoping someone would do something with it, and we still haven't seen it be used at all.
excellent. But if you put this here, Dev, and for some reason you're watching this map, even though you made this map decade ago, we're noticing. Let's
Yeah.
go watch the
Shout
opener.
out to you, random dev. Yeah, opener time. Let's do this.
All
Match
right, here we
start.
go. SLNM. I I don't. This opener is a little wacky. You also have an ESF bumping into a Sunderer as it rolls out.
It is double NC, so who is on which side?
TR is SLNM, and then Recursion is on NC
Oh,
and
they're on
NC
TR. I thought you
proper.
said they're. Oh, right. Okay. No, SLNM is red. Got it. Okay.
SLNM is making a strong play right now for Arazek. Not something you see typically because the the base is kind of useless.
Whoa! Just an opening nuke at Granite Head
For which
right
team?
off the bat. I don't know. I think that from Recursion.
From Recursion. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Maybe there was a max
Sorry.
drop that
No.
we
Wait.
didn't
No. No.
catch.
SLNM is sorry. Recursion's red. Right? No.
No, Recursion is blue.
Recursion is blue. So yes, it was Recursion. God, I hate this shit.
So a lot of the air that was originally pulled for SLNM is now dead. I think it's hard to tell who is who because everyone is in a Reaper.
Yeah, like when I look at Recursion people, they show up as red overhead. So I don't know, man.
Your numbers are wrong then. Press period, go into Outfit Wars coloring, and make sure the players are set to
Okay,
Empire coloring.
bless.
Because for some reason it uses a different default. Alright, let's check the map state. So Arazek has started. It started for SLNM. That doesn't really mean much. You know, that base isn't super useful. Granite Head Reactor in favor of Recursion. That's what you'd expect to see. Shout out to Danimals. And then we got Bitter Gorge, which is currently under contention right now. We got a 50-50 here. SLNM has 2 of the points. Recursion has 1. I also like that they hacked out all the terminals. SLNM did. That's good.
Honestly, there is still a major air skirmish here. Like, this Reaver fight is not over. While Recursion
Eh.
does have it pretty
Oh,
much
they're doing
locked,
repulse. You don't see that a
yeah,
lot.
like, this fight is still going. They're still contesting this.
I don't know if I'd call this a fight. This is kind of just camping their warp gate.
Yeah, it's like
I
a
would
skirmish.
like to see the Reavers, by the way, they can just stay in the warp gate and then shoot. Ooh,
It is
that a ram?
preventing the Recursion Reavers from pounding the SLNM ground forces, though. So, like,
That
it,
is a
it
good
is
point. Yeah,
keeping
yeah.
them occupied, and they are staying together. But here, let's look at the vehicle kills for the time being here.
It's what, 26 to 41?
It's pretty even down the line. Oh, wait, but in terms of, wait, what the hell?
So the second line of the 3
Oh,
is
yeah.
vehicle
Okay,
kills.
yep. But in terms of who did it is pretty even, I guess.
Yeah. And it looks like SLNM is actually doing a good job of holding on to Bitter Gorge right now. Airlock has 30 seconds left, although they don't have anyone set up for a forward cap on hydroponics. Granite Head's got 30, and then Bitter Gorge is still going back and forth.
And I think Recursion knows that they can just take their time with this one. They have 40 minutes, even though you are kind of losing these important bases. Like, Bitter Gorge is already, like, being contested at this point. Recursion infantry squads dropped onto A. Arizek can be retaken. 3 seconds left, though. This might go to SLNM, and it does. Okay, I didn't want to call it.
You want to call it early? I'm going to go check if they
Yeah.
have a forward cap over here. So they didn't have anyone ready immediately for the cap at hydroponics, which is something that you see like really good teams do.
Yeah,
But
usually
Bitter
have
Gorge
one
is still...
person hanging around. We see a couple people in the pie chart, but beyond that...
Okay, so despite Recursion's air dominance, they are... Oh, nice JGX shot. There was a little bit of air to ground for SLNM. And they are still pushing back Recursion over here on point.
SLNM is holding on. They have their spawns. Recursion now has a Sunder down. Recursion also with 3 Vanguards. Or sorry, that's 2 Vanguards and a Lightning just patrolling the area. If SLNM doesn't get vehicle control here, their Sunders are going to be absolutely down. But we'll see. It's basically 1 Vanguard versus 2 Vanguards and a Lightning.
Yeah, I do see there's two Vanguard for SLNM that I see over here. They're on the southwest, yeah. And they're just kind of taking pot shots down the lane. Neither of them really wants to commit, which I don't blame, but we are getting some backup right now for Recursion.
That's fair, yeah. Recursion does take Granite Head in the middle. Points are now 4 and 4. It looks like we'll see a full send from both factions here at Bitter Gorge.
I think SLNM has a bus. Yeah, they've got a bus right here behind this rock. And I don't know if Recursion has seen that bus yet.
Looks like SLNM Vanguard's about to go. There it is. Lightning takes down the Vanguard. That tilts the vehicle engagement.
Well, where's Laser going? Laser with the big go around. Oh, does he see the Sunday? I think he's got to see the Sunday at that one.
So, small side note, hydroponics compound is being slowly capped here.
Yeah, SLNM has started that, and it's quicker than Nexus Secure. So SLNM is surprising me here at how quick. I'm not gonna say how quick they're moving. It took them a while, but they're still, they're holding on and they are fighting back. Although that being said, they are losing control fully now.
Bitter Gorge. Now that they don't have any air support and most of their vehicles are gone, looks like their spawn points are toasted at this point. They have 1 Vanguard defending the area, and they are all spread out. This is probably going to be a Recursion capture.
Yeah, unless they have some sort of air coming in right now, but I don't see a Valk at 30 seconds, so maybe they could... What is Spaceman doing up there? They could get a Valk or something in time. I do see beacons, so we might see some beacon drops onto A right now.
It would have to be a pretty desperate last-ditch measure to tap here. Someone is dropping onto B point. Yeah, you have to be
C and B and A. So I see a lot of beacons up for every base, and I see a max down here.
This is just what a roundabout skirmish right now. People are just running around. This is just like gray herons happening at the moment. There is. I'm not saying like the teams are bad for there being no coordination. It's just the nature of this base and how both teams have spawned in that it's just a lot of individual firefights that are working out. SLNM Sunder is still live, but they have 15 seconds to touch any point, and OO is pretty held up on this B point. They are not going to be kicked anytime soon. They're also locked down on C. This is going to be a recursion capture unless SLNM pushes one direction right away, but 7 seconds left. I don't think anything's going to be happening with that.
Yeah, no way that they can do anything with 2 seconds on the board. There's no beacons up that allow them any position, so this is going to go over to recursion. I want to go take a look at hydroponics real quick.
And that's our opening map then, eh? After all the opening caps, 37 minutes left in the match. 5 recursion, 4 SLNM.
SLNM, it looks like they're retaking at Hydro, kind of? It's hard to tell. There's not really a lot of people. No, SLNM has Hydro still.
These kills are pretty even across the board. Like, these boys are putting up a fight. They're not rolling over. SLNM resecures Nexus secure, and now they're on hydroponics.
Yeah, they're pushing that. They got 230 left. A little bit of pop in favor for recursion right now, and I think I see why. They have air here. So it's going to be difficult for SLNM to get any pushes going in.
We scooch around Bitter Gorge. There is still a spawn for SLNM, and we see Steel Rain above. That's going to Granite Head.
Granite Head, that's a strange spot to do it.
Very strange spot, but it could just be to divert recursion forces. You have a cap happening in hydroponics. If you say, hey everyone, if you loudly announce to your opponents where you're going, you can force them to respawn to it. But that being said, oh, there we go. Now they can recap. I was like, they can't cap this base, but they can.
They can, yeah.
Where are you at right now?
I'm over at hydroponics right now watching recursion. They have taken the point back, and SLNM is struggling to kind of get a good foothold, so I don't expect them to be holding on much longer.
Yeah, do they have any hard spawns?
No, they just have beacons, and recursion has like defensive spawns.
Definitely a full wipeout from SLNM. They have to pull back. Argent Pass is ticking in favor of recursion. Let's see where the fight moves after this.
I'm looking at Granite Head right now, and it looks like SLNM's going for a fast cap here.
We want to take a moment back just to sort of examine the match so far. This has been definitely slower paced. Both sides are being pretty methodical with their moves. Neither side is overcommitting too hard or avoiding fights anywhere. Things are pretty even in terms of population sort of management. And we're not seeing anything too crazy. Like, I think both sides are just taking it easy for a little bit to make sure, see who trips first, and then push for whatever advantage they can get.
Yeah, in terms of air control too, I'm surprised that SLNM is still able to, fight for a lot of this. I'm still seeing SLNM Reavers up, and they're still taking people out, which is like, that's pretty incredible, honestly.
They are far from demoralized. I think they just have air presence right now. They do. They have the air dominance at the moment. We can go check at the recursion warp gate to see if anything's being repulled. Like one Reaver, SLNM has this air-to-air advantage, but do they have any rocket pods or Mustangs right now to contest this pretty tight hold at Argent Pass, eh?
Yeah, pretty good going on right now, although we do see SLNM is responding now. A lot of the pop that was at Hydro. Oh wait, no. Oh, Granite Head, Recursion's overreacted to Granite Head, and now they're able to, they got timer on Hydro, and they're having overpop at Argent Pass, so Recursion's a bit on the back foot. They're going to have to rotate off quickly.
Yes, they are holding on nice in Granite Head, so either you can move your population out of that. How long can those Argent Pass boys hang in there? This is a tough, tight point hold.
Yeah,
people are poking out, getting a couple of kills here, but SLNM is at the door and a resonate goes off.
Yeah, good resonate right now, and they're down too heavy, so this is a great time to push. They're back on the stairs right now. Push going on, but Recursion's got a really great firing line, and the revives are not coming in quick enough for SLNM. Resonate comes out for Recursion. They're going to have 2 spawns behind them as well. Welder comes up. Nobody gets Welder down. Welder kills a medic off of that. That's actually pretty big. That means they're going to be down to Resonate, but despite all of that, SLNM is able to push in with 2-1 pop.
And you know what? I think a good C4 through that window could have stalled SLNM pretty hard, but they were pushed so far back the stairs, they didn't have the opportunity to just contest it at all. They were just so far back on the foot. So Recursion just needs to breathe out, take that loss, and figure out where they want to go next.
I don't think it's quite a loss yet. They still have a Sunderer, and they're still spawning in, running down the hill.
Is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's dangerous, though.
That could be dangerous, because SLNM has decided not to push out. They don't have anyone on the window, for example.
Oh, yeah. If they could go in there now before anyone's looking. But, oh, the Reaver coming in.
A lot of jackhammers going on. Sure is a balanced gun. Just gonna throw that in
Recursion
there.
is inside.
Oh, they've
though,
got
and
a
they are-
massive wave right now, and they're doing a
Yep.
great job taking space on this.
And there we go. Resonate goes out for both sides right now. Recursion's back on, but there is just skirmish, knives out both sides. And they have it. They're back on point here.
Yeah,
They
that
just
was a
have
really
to-
good push by Recursion there.
It was a great push. Now they have to say, okay, we have full committed to Argent Pass. Are we going to lose Hydroponics Compound for this? This
That is
the
something to
Outfit
worry
Wars, The
Oh,
Outfit
but they
Wars
are
trade.
trading Nexus Secure.
Also pretty tight.
This a lot of timers going on here. I'm gonna go check out another base real quick. What's going on at Hydro?
It looks to be a very small fight. 64, 36%.
Yeah, pretty small fight.
So far, everyone's here at the moment. Recursion has the pop advantage at Argent Pass.
Yeah. Argent looks like dealing real fight right now. They are getting stuck on this hard light.
Yeah, they're stuck on these
Just
stairs
destroy
again.
the hard light, please.
I'm gonna see if any C4s or anything happens across these stairs. It's a shame they don't have their air support anymore. This proper air support could just clean up these infantries. SLM is throwing more grenades, more conks, more flashes into this room. There goes a concussion grenade. A lot of conk recursion players right now. But this barrier is doing so much work for them right now.
Yeah, that is a lot. You know, that is something that you see some teams struggle with, is knowing when to destroy the hard light and when not to destroy the hard light. Despite that, they have gotten over the stairs a little bit, but
Yeah,
some
they
other
have
people go in too
destroyed-
far.
They've destroyed most of this SLNM push right now, and SLNM has to regroup and push out again. If you look at all the Death Poison and Pirates outside, Recursion has a pretty good handle on this right now. If they could just stick themselves in for another 40 seconds and not get bombed to hell by these Reapers.
Yeah. A lot of Reavers going on. While this has been going on, Hydroponics has been finished over here for SLNM. So if we're going for a base race, they are ahead on that.
Here we go. 30 seconds. Now you absolutely have to.
They have to make this push
you
happen.
have to win this one. Yep.
And the hard light's still up. Please.
Yeah, that hard light is incredible. Oh my god.
Just kill. It's like 2C4.
This hard light is MVP. Holy crap! Because it is.
Look at how
forcing
many
SLNM
dead
to
people are
jump
dead
over.
on those stairs. That is insane.
Oh my god. Anybody who is learning to play, anyone who plays engineer and has just sort of picked up the hard light, this is what you do with it. This is the most incredible hard light I've seen in Outfit
Oh,
Wars.
I don't like that
And-
max push either.
Your Max outside?
There was a max that came in through the flank, but it was completely unsupported, so it just died.
Oh, weird.
Weird.
I was also
Timer
gonna say,
has started for alpha.
At what point do you nuke yourself? But, you know, you have it at this point. Now you just clean up. What do you do at this point as Recursion? Like,
For
Nexus Secure
recursion,
Substation?
I would start Nexus Alpha and commit to Nexus Secure Substation, because you're winning a lot of these fights, and you know, reducing the amount of bases that you can fight SLNM at is going to do a good job of, you know, slowing them down.
I hate to interrupt you, but there just happened to be a Steel Rain from SLNM on top of Nexus Omega. Yep.
In terms of a base race, if SLNM is confident, they are up 3 people, which that doesn't seem like a lot, but if it's an all people on point kind of resonate battle, that makes a difference.
Do you think Recursion is confident enough that they could let Nexus Omega tick for a while and just ignore
No,
it until
I would say that
a little bit?
SLNM is surprising. They're surprising me. So I have to imagine they're gonna have to play this safe, and I would not want to risk it.
In the meantime, Nexus Secure goes through for Recursion, cutting off Arizek and Hydroponics Compound. That is a really good take.
Doesn't matter
we
too much
going to
because cutoff
see the-
territories still give you points.
Yeah, it's just hard to respond to it. But then again, most people just drop anyways with aircraft.
Yeah, especially like losing Arizek is like whatever, but it's like they're playing a risky game here.
This is a really risky game, but like we saw last week, this Gambit can utterly backfire on you if you just throw all of your people onto this point. If
Yeah.
we look at the air again, it is still SLNM air superiority.
Yeah, that surprises me. I am surprised that SLNM is winning, and they're doing a really good job of that. But despite all that, Recursion's doing a really good job challenging them. You know, I'm not seeing uncontested Reavers for long. You know, they'll maybe get a run or two in, but then they get picked off.
Absolutely. They're also playing from the warp gate as well, slowly knocking out these vehicles here and there. But Recursion needs to start making a play now. They do have some angle going in. There looks to be a failed push through one of the doors. It's still not bad though. But where is their team right now? They
I
look to still
don't
all be
know.
here.
Are they
but
repolling air? There's a
Omega.
tank, but that's not enough to... Oh, we also have armor control for Nexus Omega. Oh, that's
Yeah,
actually
look,
hard. Like, you don't have a lot of cover coming out of the warp gate as
this
armor.
is yeah. No, look at this. How this is set up. SLNM has this air control. If you have lost air control at your Nexus, getting out and doing anything is nearly impossible.
Oh, it's so hard to do. You have to get beacons.
And I'm seeing like 5 or 6 air to ground reavers here. Recursion, you have 3.5 minutes to do something at this point. And
They are
SLNM
doing...
is dug
Oh,
in.
that is a lot of air. I just looked up for SLNM. Please let me spot.
Yeah, I've been watching the air right now, but Recursion, they are at the doors. They are ready to go. They just need a good angle, a good break, and they are slowly taking people out. These reses are quite good. One good grenade, one good conk, and Recursion is in. So it is tight. These kills are good. They are coming from them. They are putting on good pressure. They just need to find that opening, find that chisel, and start hammering away. Here comes
first
the
orbital
nuke from
comes in for
SLNM.
SLNM. That first one, they're going to be pushing in through... Some people call this door 2. The, like, side 2.
Interesting. I've never actually played on this map, so no.
One is the... It's clockwise. One is the one facing their spawn.
So what do you think that nuclear strike did?
It's going to kill any of the maxes that are in this push, but there's not many of those maxes.
I'm watching a max in the spawn in the A point right now. How did that thing survive?
Well, if it was a friendly one, it's because the explosion of the orbital isn't properly attributed.
Oh, right.
Oh, I love this push by SLNM. They're doing a really good job of taking space. And this is getting close. It's down to 230. Like, I did not expect this.
Look around here. And it's just kind of ragtag pushes from Recursion right now. But no, we have a small group right now. Which side's they going in right now?
If
there is
SLNM
an
loses
outside
this,
max
though,
just eating them. Yeah, this is the gambit that we talk about. There we go. Recursion push around the side. There we go. Utilizing that jump that we did not see last week. Going up through long stairs. If they surprise SLNM with a good push here, then this could be good.
No, they've already rotated. I see SLNM is rotating people over to this, so they've got to have recon up, and they're aware of what's going on here.
Recursion has taken most of the vehicle game back. Looks like the air has been driven mostly away. This is Recursion's chance. You have 1.5 minutes. Your group is slowly pushing in. You are maintaining control of those double doors. Time to put that dual pressure in. Someone has to make that call. There is Maxis going in through both sides. There we go. They're pressuring all the angles at this point. Which side do you press, though? You have 1.5 minutes to make a play. That is 1, maybe 2 pushes. Let's wait for that call. See when they go for it.
Push just started right now. We got the push coming in, and yeah, that's a solid wipe by Recursion. There is no way SLM comes back from that one.
That was from 3 separate angles, and that's how you do it. From the side, with maxes, from double doors, from front, and they had regained just enough airspace at the time. If we look around to what the Recursion defenders have, I believe that's
very little air.
Yeah, a Skyguard, a couple of Reavers just hanging back, taking pot shots out. And since they reclaimed their vehicle game, they're good for the time being. But this is just the danger when you don't have that. But anyways, 8-1 in favor of Recursion. This is what happens.
Arizek is gone. Hydro is gone. This is what I was worried about.
Yep. And once again, we see the loss of the Gambit. And you know what? I don't think anyone should try this Gambit unless you are 100% certain you can pull it off.
It's such a risky Gambit.
If you were winning every single other infantry engagement anyways, yeah, go for it, I guess. But it's such a risk. Why take it?
I don't... It's something that you pull out of desperation. And it's, if you haven't done a lot of planning, it's a very easy thing to just say, we go all in. Because then you don't have to worry about it. And if you fail, Well, you're probably gonna lose because you
It's a Hail
and you
Mary
didn't have a
reckless
plan.
attack. Now, that being said, if you do it early enough in the match, I think it is something to consider.
There is
Right?
still 23
If
minutes left, and we
yeah,
have seen comebacks. You know, WTAC
absolutely.
did come back from this.
Oh yes, absolutely. And I think mainly because it was tried in the other direction and also failed. But if there's like 30, 25 minutes, like yeah, you can throw yourself into this. But how good is this recursion hold? You want to take a look at that?
It looks pretty solid right now, and I'm seeing what I feel like is an overabundance of air. You know, you're not going to be getting a lot of picks on a defense like this because recursions just kind of hold up.
Yep. Now you have to get out of this reaver. It's those wonderful air to grounds that were just kind of cleaning recursion up is now not doing anything. Let's throw up the top weapons here.
I'm very curious to see the top weapons. Yeah, Mustang is number 4 for SLNM. That makes sense, you know.
Absolutely. Gauss saw on both sides. Although we see a lot of God saw. Very useful tool. GD22S, Vortex Rotary. Yeah, that A to A from. Wait, no, it's A to A on SLM.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay, so they've been doing a lot of. What's the vehicle kills? Oh, the vehicle kills for SLNM are up. In terms of, actually, the difference is the revives. If we look at the revives, Recursion has 100 more, which is a huge difference.
That is incredible. I think it just all comes down to this. Although SLNM has thrown a little squad on a Nexus Omega, they're back again.
They're back
Right?
on the cap.
And Recursion just doesn't have the pop for this. Like, Recursion has to come and deal with this. Although they are. Wait, no, they're not. What the fuck? Oh my god.
No,
These
yeah,
colors.
sorry. Yeah,
Colors, I'm stupid.
the colors
I was
are
like,
hard.
huh. No, but it is smart of Recursion to leave a squad back here. There are
Yeah,
some
no,
very
that
good
is good. That is what you want to do.
there are some very, very good players here, and even though it is really such a pain to lose them in these point hold scenarios, you have to keep them back there. Like, SLNM might try it again, but at this point, I think you can take them out now. Just have reinforced at Nexus Alpha due to how the timing is set up.
I don't know if they have enough time to get to Omega though. Like,
Oh, did Recursion get kicked off at Alpha?
yeah,
They did.
yeah. So SLNM is back in control of Nexus Omega now. Sorry, Nexus
Oh.
Alpha.
All right, well, here we are. SLNM push back to base. They have to push down 2 lanes. Recursion has a pinch on them. I think Recursion's smartest move is just to play that pressure, not to do anything stupid.
Yeah,
Just to
you
sit
know,
on both sides and just keep applying the
honestly,
pressure.
I
Make
would
sure you
send
can't do
more
anything.
people back to Omega. Because once Omega is secured, you're in such a strong position. And I think they've done that. I now see 1224, or I saw 1 to 24 before.
Yeah, 12-20. Maybe that's because you were in there. I don't know.
No, I'm on VS.
Okay.
Looking at the air a little bit, and it looks like Recursion has gone for an air repull. I think that's what I was seeing, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I
Recursion
saw.
is back. It is once again another air scrim. Like, the air has been pretty solid on both sides.
I wish I understood air better and it wasn't Reaver versus Reaver so I could understand what was going on more.
A bunch of lunch boxes flying around, man.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. This could be dangerous if Recursion pushes too far over these mountain ranges. SLNM does have ground vehicle support and easy repull, so they have to be really careful about this aggression. In the meantime, where is Recursion Infantry right now? They are posted up and around Nexus Alpha a little bit, but for the time being, like, Recursion Infantry is nowhere to be found. Like, I know there's like a squad defending their Nexus. Where is everyone else? I couldn't tell you.
I think it's
But-
air pulls, and I
But
think
you know
it's
what?
also...
Yes, I see vehicles. This is a vehicle support push. There are vanguards. There are a couple sunders. They are doing their due diligence. They are sitting down. They are putting down their hard spawns before they go in here. They are making sure that they have their backup and support. But it's so close to the warp gate, you have to maintain that vehicle dominance here. And SLNM, they have air control still over their base. Recursion Air has not been able to clean them out.
It is a tricky thing to do to clear air out when they have their own base. Ooh, good shot. Was that a sender with a Mana AV turret killing an ESF? I think it was. Recursion is still... Okay. Yeah, so at this point, SLNM is in a really bad position. They need to fix the timer in Nexus Alpha before they can start any caps, because unlike WTAC, they didn't have like Arazek. You know, they didn't have these cutoff territories because Recursion is playing this so safe.
Brenda, I'm stuck in a wall. How do I get out?
Uh, you use /OW observe end,
Okay,
and then you come back into our match.
thanks.
Yeah, I don't think you have permission to like teleport to
Uh,
that.
I'm kind of scooching my way out. It's cool.
All right,
I'm in
all
the
right.
minus. I'm in the minus realm right now.
All right. So
Thank
Argent
God I'm
Pass
not the
has
link
started.
caster.
Okay. So if I'm SLNM, what do I have to capture? I have to capture Argent Pass, Nexus Secure, and then 2 of the middle bases. That's a really hard task. Because SLNM is showing that they can, you know, they can go toe-to-toe in Recursion in a fight, but they can't go toe-to-toe with Recursion in terms of, like, the map play.
And
Recursion is
this,
playing this better.
their staying power is also problematic at the moment. Recursion can hold on to these points longer. If we look at those revives, right, it shows that Recursion is holding on to their points a lot more. Their medics picking themselves up more. But SLM, they can get the kills. Now they just have to be cohesive enough to make sure those
Is this a
killers
Flash
stay up.
C4? I'm going to follow this Flash C4 in.
Yo, Pog, where is this thing?
It's on the west building right now. It's going up short. Wait, did did someone seriously just use 2C4 and a flash to kill an infill? So Recursion is back capped on both of these timers. I'm gonna go check out Argent Pass.
I'm sure whoever that was posts about infills on Reddit.
Okay, that's bait. That's bait. Not gonna take the bait. Recursion does have a good push right now at Argent Pass. They're getting good control of upper, and I think they're coming up through the stairs right now. So yeah, SLM hold here is just evaporated as soon as I get here.
Yeah, the SLNM air is a second or two late. They couldn't respond.
Vano is with you. Do not falter.
Yeah, and well, because they just don't have the spawns. That's a thing that I'm noticing pretty consistently is SLNM is just struggling on that staying power. They don't have the revives and they don't have the spawns.
Yeah, the recursion armor, I think, is winning more often than not. And now that a lot of the recursion armor have swapped to sky guards or walkers, they're really dampening the efficacy of SLNM air.
Ooh, that's a good
They are
word.
having trouble.
Efficacy.
Oh,
Putting that writing degree to use.
Yeah, I know. Paid money for that one.
Nice. Ooh, Malco with a nice skate gets a beacon on dubs. Crazy.
Is Nexus secure?
Yeah, Nexus secure right now. Recursion's responding to this, which is the smart thing to do. They want to get the timer back on the warp gate base.
Yeah, and at this point, like, you don't need to, like, care. Just, whatever. I take,
It's
you
15
take this,
minutes.
you take whatever. You just bounce back and forth. I think Recursion can go toe-to-toe with SLNM, given if they aren't being massacred by the air. But air is really just such a game changer right now.
Yeah,
SLNM continue
SLNM.
dropping. Thing is, SLNM can hold, but as soon as Recursion winches in, as soon as they pry themselves through those doors, it's all over.
Recursion's doing a really good job here of taking space. This is so many beacons, and like one of these is actually real. You know about that bug?
No, I do not.
There's a bug where sometimes the the beam particles for the beacons don't go away.
It's not a bug, Verunda. It's for the festive holiday season.
Oh right, it's just pretty colors.
It's all the decorations.
It's where Santa needs to airdrop presents.
Old lang syne.
Alright, so what are we looking at in terms of the map? It looks like Argent Pass has started again. Nexus Secure is going to be hard for SLNM to get back in on this one, although they are being very persistent with the beacons.
Being incredibly persistent. Yeah, like they are not giving up at this point, and that is all you can do at this point. You throw all your pop into one, all your pop into the other. You don't have advantage in that sort of segments, and now you have to go toe-to-toe with your opponent. You can't light many fires because you only have 2 lanes.
You only have 2 fires to set, and that's not an arson.
No, it's not an arson. It's a wonderful Yuletide that we have on our desk right now.
That's like
Merry
a
Christmas.
pyromaniac kind of thing.
Yeah, nice and toasty. Lovely chest.
All right, so it looks like
both
they're
sides.
rotating fully to Argent now. So SLNM is kind of playing this game where they just like swap between the bases.
That's like not too bad of an idea as long as you can keep both cap points going. It
It's good,
only
but
is
like that's not a way to get back in the game.
it's only good if you actually cap the base. You have to win.
Yeah, and
right? You have to
they're not.
succeed in those. And yes, like you said, it's just not happening.
Yeah, and Recursion's doing a really good job of rotating. I feel like they're doing a better job of rotating their pop quicker.
No, and Recursion's been very fast on the ball here. They have not been caught with their pants down at any moment. The pop has always been where it needs to be. And while SLNM, they also have, both sides have been very good at doing that. I have never seen a moment where I'm looking at a group and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what is your game plan here? But if you'll allow me to say this, to call a match early, I think that Nexus Gambit killed another team.
I think that's the reason they lost. I think
Yep.
they, like, if they won, that's a wonderful story. That's the kind of thing that goes down in the like the history books,
Yeah.
and that's the kind of thing people will reminisce about. You know, like a couple years later, they're like, "Hey, do you remember when SLNM warp gated Recursion?"
Like, whoa, wacky, but that is just such
But
a
it's so hard to do.
no. And I think any commanders watching this, stop doing this. Stop doing
Or
this.
if you are going to do it, protect your back caps, please. Don't let yourself get cut off and then lose three bases
Yeah.
for free. Like,
Don't be afraid to leave, right? If you look at your map and you're like, okay, time to go, because you know what that means? If you leave before your opponents do, that means you're already at the next bases before they are. They're going to be looking around going, hey, where did they go? You resecure your caps and you start pushing other angles there. You can feint your opponents off out of these Nexus bases, plus scare the ever-loving garbage at them by thinking that you might come back.
additionally, if you make them pull maxes as well, maxes are very difficult to transport to other bases unless you use a Galaxy or a Sunderer, which are going to be slow or easy to shoot down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And all you need is one or two people at that opposing nexus to go, hey, I'm here, I'm causing a problem. It's like we always say, if you can make your opponent commit more forces than you have, you've won the engagement. That means you're
Yeah, like
populated properly somewhere
sorry,
else.
this push that SLNM did, like that shows like a really good understanding of like game sense. Like I am surprised. Like I did not know that SLNM had that sort of like knowledge. Like where to take space, how to take space. I don't know a lot about SLNM, and
And if we look at the kill board, it is intensely even. But once again, that Gambit has killed another team.
would you believe it?
No. So what can you do at this point?
What can you do at this point with 10 minutes left? Nothing. You kind of lost.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, it's just
Like
little
even
sad.
if you cap a base, it's taken you 8 minutes to cap, 10 minutes to cap one base, and this is a 4-minute cap.
at the most we might see a 7-2 match here, right? And it's really unfortunate. I think we could have seen a very close, a very guarded match. But I was saying at the very start, both sides are playing nice and cautiously, nice and carefully, making sure not to overtread their ground. And both sides were just waiting for one team to misstep and to capitalize on it. And that was the misstep.
Recursion
SLNM
get
went
back
for
up?
Nexus and fucked off.
Oh my gosh, Recursion got back capped. You see that they got the point to neutral, but they didn't get it all the way. I
Where is
totally
this?
missed it.
Nexus Alpha?
Yeah, Nexus Alpha and Argent
Huh.
Pass. SLNM just kind of back capped it didn't hold because Recursion still had spawns and stuff. I assume they have a spawn down here. Yeah, they've got a bus down there still. SLNM is doing also a bad job of killing spawns.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. These recursion thunders and beacons are just lasting way too long.
Oh, SLNM drops, but that's too late. Nexus Alpha's already got people on point and they're flipping it.
Far too late.
Far too late. And with this, it's kind of like a
And that-
7-2 is the best you can hope for.
If we look back on that Nexus Omega cap as well, they did a good job though. Like, you could have seen them winning. There was a moment where I thought, oh, do they have this?
It was possible, but I think losing the air control
absolutely.
it was the downfall there.
As soon as that error was gone, they were gone. And maybe hindsight is of course 2020, but when you lose that air and all of a sudden your infantry are just holed up in there, like you have to go.
Yeah, it just took too long. It's going to be harder for you to get an air repole just because of the distance from the warp gate.
Yep.
Because Arazek at that time was under contention, so you couldn't pull easily from Arazek, so you'd have to pull all the way. Despite that, Nexus Secure is getting close. They can get Nexus Secure. Like that's
Now,
fine.
if we want to pontificate for a little bit,
Ooh,
SLNM
I don't know what
takes
that word
Nexus
means.
Secure. So like sort of think and discuss and
all
sort
right.
of,
So we are
if we
pondering
put in our
perhaps.
thinking caps and smoking pipes here, they take Nexus Secure. Arizek and Granite Head are
Oh, I don't know if they
both fast
do.
caps.
I don't know if they do.
Do they? Oh, they don't.
They
Oh,
don't.
my
Recursion with the last
God.
second save, but then they're. Bro, what are you doing on door 1? Bro, please go to the point. Ness, go to the point.
Oh, are they back on?
Kind
They're
of.
back on. They're back
Ness
on. But
decided to stop
it is
running
a
outside
rough-
door 1, and just got like 3 of them. But like,
Oh no.
no. I think that single thing cost them the hold. It was down to 2 seconds,
Well,
and they don't have spawn. I don't know if they have spawns. There's too many beacons.
I'm gonna finish my thought here. Arizek would be a fast cap. Granite Head could be a fast cap. You could bring this to 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a 5-4. That's pretty close, right?
Yeah, you could be happy with that.
But after this loss at Nexus Secure, I don't think it's possible. Recursion is now locked into point, and you are fighting a very, very good point hold. Now, both sides are pretty solid, and this is a slow engagement here, but SLNM is wandering in one at a time into these Recursion lines of fire. I'm watching 2 medics just fall down without any infantry support, but this Sunderer, like, what do you do with this Sunderer? You have to walk all the way around. Like, is there some sort of jump I'm missing here? Because this Sunderer is useless.
No, yeah, you have to walk around.
Yep, it is.
That's
no
like something
buenos.
your LA uses to put down a beacon.
Yep.
Let's
We
check
wanna
out
look at some stats
Nexus
here.
Orbital. Look at the Poggers Orbital. Oh my gosh!
Oh,
it
sound
got
the alarm!
2 people.
Very cool. Look.
There is enough time to cap beaking, but I don't think Recursion can do it. Like SLNM's already back on point, and they had to rotate a 50-50 over to Nexus Secure.
Yeah, it is over. Look at like what plays do you make now? That is very unfortunate for SLNM. Recursion has them locked in, but if they didn't go for the Gambit, I think we could have had a very, very close match in our hands. But
I think we could have.
here we
but
are. Here we are.
Here we are.
Let this be a lesson to any commander watching. Fucking stop! Jesus fucking Christ!
Don't
Holy
fucking do
God.
it.
Has this worked once in Alpha Wars this season?
No,
Yeah, stop!
don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't actually know. I haven't watched a lot of the matches.
No, me neither.
Maybe it happened
someone
on a
in-
Euro server that I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
hey, someone
follow
in chat,
Euro.
go verify for us. Is this...
Oh, yeah, there's not even enough time to cap this base, so this match
Yeah.
is just over. Nothing can
Yeah.
happen now.
Well, you know what? It did last the whole way through, right?
It
Neither
did go all the
side
way.
ate all the way.
Taking it all the way is something you can be happy with.
Oh, it's not bad. Like, the kills were good, I suppose.
Yeah, the kills were good. You
Well,
know,
that's all I
in
might take
terms of
Nexus Secure.
frag,
Another point here.
maybe they do. That's fine. Yeah, a 2-7 compared to a 1-8. You know, you can say you at least got a little bit back.
You know, I'm reading the SLNM and I'm noticing their outfit name. It is faster to just say Mother Killer. No wait, SLNM Mother. No, it's the same.
No,
number of
it's
syllables,
equal,
never
yeah.
mind.
But it's also like not all syllables are the same length.
Region on a.
What
but
if you
at this
call
point,
them like Mom Killa? Mom Killa, that's 3.
Mom Slay? I don't know. That sounds a little too sexual.
Oh my gosh. Mom
That
die?
being said,
Mom-
we're just farming at this point. From
Mom
both
dead?
Sides.
Mom dead.
Mom dead? Yeah.
Mom dead.
Mom dead sounds like some sort of 80s grunge band.
They do, and they're still making, they're printing
I
out CDs by the 50s.
I don't know many grunge bands. Just made that up.
Yeah, it kind of, I don't know, it sounds like
What
kind
is
of like
80s
a,
grunge?
yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about music genres to
Let's just say it's the Sex Pistols and move on with our lives.
Boom, Sex Pistols. Someone
Oh,
asked
yeah.
for the stream or that. I got you.
He got you. Verunda coming in. At this point, we're just kind of floating around,
We're just floating. There's not much to
watching
say.
people farm certs.
I'm gonna go check my Discord notifications.
Is there anything more to say regarding this? Right? I think we've essentially covered all of our angles at this point. Vehicle game, very back and forth. Ground vehicle, mainly recursion favor. Infantry game, very back and forth. I'd say once again a little bit in recursion's favor, but honestly, look at those kills. That's so even.
Honestly, I would say that SLNM is equal to
Yeah,
to
no,
the
it's.
shooter.
I think recursion's just a little bit more tight together.
Yeah,
Right?
and
I'm
that
seeing
makes a
lot less
big difference,
wandering.
especially in the revives. Like, look at the revive difference.
Absolutely. I
That is a
have seen
huge difference.
multiple SLNM medics walk in without any support and die. Recursion have these pushes down to a science. They do it quite well, and here it just shows off, and this is the edge. And I think this still could have been a recursion game, even if the gamma didn't happen, just due to the way they can organize themselves, but it would have been really tough.
They're also so much better just keeping logistics up as well.
Yes,
And
yes,
part of
yes.
that comes from the air control.
When they actually had it. But yeah.
Sorry, the armor control that Recursion
armor
had. The
control,
armor
yeah,
control Recursion had just let them keep it up.
Yeah, I know. Those Vanguards were basically uncontested. I watched a Lightning eat a Vanguard alive. But 2 minutes left in the match.
Excellent crouching Zagzy. Terracotta Warrior.
Plus,
And other than that, we can just HUD off, look at the spectacle. Maybe we could get some B-roll footage.
oh yeah?
So we stop using the crown B-roll footage. I want to get something new, because like every stream in the last 2 years has used that B-roll footage. I got that, I think, for last Nexus. And then Lane Smash used it. Pilar used it? I don't think Pilar used it.
The Reavers aren't even fighting each other anymore. They're just shooting infantry.
They're just...
They're not even skirmishing!
To be fair, it could be that they don't know who's on what team. It
That's
is
also fair.
really hard to tell.
Yeah. I just like watched an SLNM and a Recursion Reaver float next to each other, but like they were hover dueling, but in the sense where they were both spinning around shooting each other's infantry.
Was that a laser C? I think that was a laser C4. I got 3. That was pretty
Very
cool.
nice.
Ow.
SLNM, like, they still have the air after all this. This has been mainly SLNM
Okay, but
dominated air.
the air is not useful here. Yeah,
No, not anymore.
they're not doing anything. Yeah, if you just want to start going through the stats and showing me.
Sure. We'll start at the top here. Perpender clocking off. 10 kills above the rest of the pack. Everyone else at a neat mid to low 70s, high 60s in terms of top scores. The vehicle killers, yeah, look at those revives, right? These
Oh, that is a
revives-
big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. These medics were on point from Recursion. And there it is. Goes to
Recursion
show.
is victorious.
It says spawns, but I assume that means heals, right? Look, I clicked the heal button.
I probably just never fixed that.
Okay, sounds good.
It's a fun little bug to deal with.
Spawns. Yeah, like, if you look at the spawns, right, both sides look to have a dedicated spawn beacon or thunder replacement, but then it sort of cuts off from there with Recursion having a little bit more spawns across the board.
Yeah. Like that's what you would expect.
Yeah.
Like if we,
Recursion working with their max is a lot better as well.
oh yeah, look at the difference in the total repairs. Oof,
Yep.
that's crazy.
Wow, look at that. That's game, set, match then for Recursion. Still at the top of the board. Do we know who they'll play next week? Not yet, right?
No, we have to see the results of the second day. What will probably happen?
Interesting. If the Saka Unity match is super close, then no, they'd still go up. It'd be 3-0 versus 3-0.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, they'll
if
either play
Sokka wins,
Saka or Unity next week.
I think if Unity wins though, you'll have another Recursion SLNM repeat
Oh yeah,
because they
right. It'll be
have a
2-1,
lot of
2-1.
points.
Yeah, no, they have an exceptional amount of points. They have played quite well. I was curious about that score. I didn't know much about SLNM before this match, and I had wondered if they were either very good or they had just faced a lot of MTE teams. And no, those points are hard earned. Those are absolutely well earned points. And I think from a base infantry play, both sides did quite well.
Yeah, definitely.
You
I
look
was
at the
surprised to
overall
see how that worked.
poor 42nd Dragoons down to the bottom, but that's not because they're bad. It's because they had to play Recursion twice in a row.
Yeah, that part is
That is
unlucky.
so unfortunate. If they probably will win their Axic match. Um,
I they
oh, they
well
already
they
won it.
did.
They already won. They already
They
did
already
win
won.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
So
they
we'll see.
won.
We'll make some calls tomorrow with Eternal then.
Yeah, we'll see. All right,
So
I
yeah,
believe we're gonna get some interviews. We'll keep them short because I hate long interviews.
yeah. Just ask the questions. Question asker.
Yeah, although I'm not good at question asking.
Oh yeah. Do you have any questions on your mind right now?
Not enough questions. I don't know what to ask sometimes.
Who are we getting?
We might be getting Quiet Eclipse, and then I don't know if Recursion's sending anyone.
Okay. I'll let you take the helm on this one then.
Oh, I see Welder. All right.
User was moved to your channel.
Hello, Welder. I assume you're here for interview.
Yes. Hey, what's
Excellent.
going on, Brett?
So
Howdy,
tell
howdy.
me, you guys were very close in terms of infantry kills. What do you think was the big difference maker in this match?
Difference maker in this match. Probably big on logistics. It's always a big thing, but logistics plus like armor and air when we could. I know they definitely had air control a couple times though.
Yeah, it seemed like air was pretty even going back and forth, but yeah, me and Brad were
Yeah.
talking, and it's definitely like you guys just had so many more spawns available.
Yeah, big on the Logi for sure.
Definitely. Were you guys surprised by SLNM? Did you guys like do a lot of prep for this kind of thing?
I definitely was a little surprised. You know, I got
Yeah, me too.
warnings from a couple people, and I wasn't thinking too much about it. Sale was on vacay, so I got promoted to PL.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Good luck." And so I'm like, making the opener, 20 minutes before the match starts and shit.
A classic.
But
If-
they were good, dude. I had a lot of fun. Like I'd much rather have a match like that than people just memeing and like not playing at all. So
Yeah,
We
this
were
is
remarking
definitely
on how close it could have been if they hadn't gone for that gambit. Do you think it could have been a very tight back and forth match?
definitely, I think them going to the warp gate and getting that. I mean, it's like whatever. There's some pressure on that when they touch your warp gate, but using that time to basically lock them to one lane at the warp gate, I think really hurt them.
yeah, that's what we felt like as well, especially when they didn't defend the bases that they had, even though they're cut off. That's still worth
Yeah.
trying to make sure that you get those.
Oh, 100% they needed to.
'Cause
Yeah,
that just
we
gives you
got
more
what the
bases.
tech and hydroponics for free, essentially.
Yeah, exactly, and that's just like not bases you really want to give up.
No,
Oh.
I mean you can't give up any of them. You can't get locked to the warp gate. When that happens,
Yeah,
to any
it's so
team,
hard
it's
to get out of that.
incredibly hard to break out.
It's so hard to get out. I wish they did tweak that a little bit where it was. I don't even know what they would do though, because if you add connections to like the two other warp gate bases, that's like super hard like cap because the timer on the warp gate base or the Nexus base is just too long. It's like I don't even know how they would fix that issue.
That's a hard one. It's even like even if you lose all the 3 middle bases, that's incredibly difficult too because of the capture point change where you have to have 2 points going and the
Yeah,
timer
you can't
to
backcap
have
them
the
as
cut.
much.
It just makes it makes defending those bases easier essentially.
Yeah, I do. I dislike that change where they're like, oh, it's inconvenient, and it's like,
It's
well, yeah, that's the
hard.
point. And I want it to be inconvenient because I want them
I-
to come back.
I understand it for live, but I don't know. It has its downsides for sure.
Yeah, definitely, I get that.
You
All
can
right.
no longer point hold, in a one point and just sit there stalling
Yeah,
zergs.
it's another one of the changes they've made that just makes zerging easier. Anyways, that's all the questions we got for you. Thanks for coming in for the quick interview and appreciate your insights. We're gonna wait a little bit longer, see if we get anyone from SLNM. But I don't know if we are. I don't see no one's popped
Cool.
up yet.
Appreciate both of you casting.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for the game. It was really exciting to cast.
Mhm. Have a good night.
Have a good night. All right.
User
I'm gonna
disconnected
give
from your
30
channel.
seconds. Oh, okay. Never mind. They're here.
User was moved to your channel.
Hello.
Hello,
How are you doing?
I am doing great. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I turned you up a little bit so you're around equal in volume.
Okay, sorry.
No worries. First of all, that was a really fun match to watch. It's a shame that your little gambit that you were playing for the Warp Gate base didn't quite work out. What do you think kind of failed when it was coming to cap that base? What were you struggling with to deal with there?
Oh, the cap on Nexus. I think we had a good momentum pushing into the recursion side of the Nexus base. And then we were doing pretty well, but at the end we kind of lost all our spawn points. We also lost the beacons and everything else.
Yeah.
And then we initially thought that we had air control, but we gradually lost everything, and then our infantry kind of got isolated, and then that's what kind of fucked us up. And then we just like lost spawn point. Our numbers just went down and down and down, and that's how we lost Nexus. And then it just went
Yeah.
down from there. Yeah. But we when we hit the 2 minute mark, we thought we were gonna win. But
Yeah, I was like, are they gonna do it? Like
yeah,
this is really, really close. I was on the edge of my seat excited to see. Are you
yeah,
interested in Welder coming back? Having a little chit chat between the leads?
yes, yes, of course, of course.
Awesome. I let him know. So other than that, you guys surprised me. I haven't seen a lot of you guys play. Do you guys have a lot of experience in these kind of formats, or what do you think prepared you pretty well for this?
User was moved to your channel.
Well, personally, I think the SLM guys, the Chinese guys, have a really good experience on the Alpha Wars because they've played twice now, and then they really wanted to win this year, so they brought a lot of players from other servers. And then, personally for me, I played with the Holy Yemen when I was in VS, my first Alpha Wars.
Yeah,
So I think, I won't say it helped me a lot, but that experience of playing with Go Hard Gaming kind of made me want to improve my individual skill and also my squad leading skill, and that kind of motivated me to also play more like how to like strategize and all the stuff for Alpha Wars. So yeah,
yeah, definitely, yeah. And you guys, it seems like what preparation you had was really good. Welcome
yeah.
back, Welder. How are you doing?
Thanks. Good.
Still doing well. Perfect. Hold on. Let me see. Can I bring up my like? All right, I don't have a scene for that ready up. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know. So
The one thing I did like when you were at our warp gate and it was getting so low is I think a lot of teams aren't essentially doing is actually having tanks. So I don't. So we can't just kill your logistics for free.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was until like get there's like steps you gotta go through to kind of like slowly enclose on the point.
Yeah,
It was good.
thank you, thank you. I mean, we felt the slow, like enclosement that you guys did on the Nexus base because we were having all the spawn points. We had beacons, but we gradually lost our outer control, and then we just like got isolated in our Nexus base, and then all the infantry inside just got, shot from all angles, and I was like that made us lose our control in Nexus, and I was like, oh, and we were so close, but yet so far. But I think we accomplished what we wanted to do, which is get as many points as we can, and then prove that we could do something. So yeah,
That
it
is,
was,
yeah, it was awesome. I was not expecting a match like that, so it was a great surprise.
thank you. Me too. It was a great fun. It was a great experience going against you guys.
Yeah, it was really fun. Is there SLNM? Is there anyone that you're, anyone else you're looking forward to facing?
Oh well, personally, we are really keen to go against Saka because I see that Saka has some of the gods players, and then we want to know how strong they are because from seeing the Unity match, we were expecting that Saka would take 100%, but Unity actually held pretty well. So we want to see what Saka would be like when we go against them. So maybe next week, if we could face against Saka, that would be great. And then we're keen to go against them.
Gotcha.
I think,
I'd put a +1 on that. I'd love to watch that match.
yes.
Yeah, that one seems like it'd be a really good match, a pretty equal match. I think SLNM they definitely have the better shooters,
Oh,
but I
um,
feel like Saka would have the better air, so I'd be very curious to see how that works out.
yeah, that'll be true. I think Saka has a great air players, and then we would struggle to get any air control. So I think it'll be a great match.
Awesome. Any final words that you two have each other before we wrap this up?
Were you doing like the opener in PL quiet?
Oh, no, I'm actually just a squad leader.
Oh, okay.
The SLM guys there's a Chinese person called Lulu. He is the PL for SLM.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I only run the English squad in SLM.
That language barrier like a problem at all, or are you holding on fine?
I think we're holding on fine. There is a good translator in our squad who translates Chinese to English and
okay.
English to Chinese.
Oh, nice. That's
That's
really
fucking
good.
awesome.
That's wonderful. Reminds
Yeah.
me of the Euro servers, but definitely a lot less languages this time.
Yep.
It brings me back to like the Connery server smash days with the Japanese air wing. Oh my goodness. All the language barriers for that.
Gotcha. Well, that's gonna be it. Thanks for the great match, you two. Thanks for coming in for the interview and appreciate your time. And yeah, this is gonna be the last match of the day. There are no more matches after this one. Tomorrow we have none of the Euro matches are being cast. That's okay. We have some really good ones coming up tomorrow. We got Our versus UJL. We got Gobs versus Recursion. And we have a repeat of WTAC versus TWC. So we'll
Let's go!
see how that. Hopefully, it's as good as the first one.
I'm so excited.
I'm very excited. It was like, ooh.
My
Yeah.
notepad is
I
ready.
like reserved that match before like the scores went up. I'm like, I want this one again, please.
Awesome. Well, have a good one, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you for
Thanks again.
having me. GG.